next for you besides first up the internship?
I got like 2 more weeks of that. So that's just my priority now. Till then, I'm just just shooting, getting shots up, just trying to stay in shape. Next week I'll be taking a trip to go meet with someone, and then after that I'll be deciding who I'm with, sign with to start doing all that stuff, and then get out of here to start training. But as of right now, I'm just trying to finish out school and make sure I graduate.
Have you been invited to any of the NBA pre-draft camps, or when do you find out about that?
I don't know. I got invited to the Portsmouth right now, and I filled and sent that back, so I'm just waiting. The rest of the things, I haven't heard anything yet. I think it's way too early. Like I said, I haven't signed with the agent yet, so as far as where I'm going and things like that, it's still up in there.
As emotional as the past few weeks were, I was wondering what you did when you got home at 6 a.m. Friday morning. Just go crash or?
No, I got in the car and I drove to Albany. I got in Albany about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I drove right home. I was exhausted, but I just wanted to get away for a little while. So I spent the weekend up there, just hanging out, seeing some friends, and then I came back here, Monday morning.
You drove yourself?
Yeah. I was tired. I picked up a coffee. I never drank coffee in my life. I swear, and I grabbed the coffee, and it worked. And I guess it worked.
That's really the first time you ever drank coffee?
First time. No lie.
Black or
hazelnut?
Hazelnut.
Grabbed it. I stopped at like one of those stops where it's like a bathroom and a little cup and poured it right from a machine. Woke me up. I made it.
Were you like cruising when the sun was coming up and stuff, or?
Oh, I was no lie. Like I saw. Right when I got back, I went home, did some things. So I hit the road by like 7:30. And first I was excited, so I had energy and I wasn't tired. But as I was driving for like an hour, I was like, whoa. I was scared a little bit, like I wasn't making that make it. So I picked up a coffee and I drank that coffee and I was good. Made it the rest of the way.
Tim, what about you? What'd you do when you got back?
Oh, I went to sleep. It wasn't, I couldn't make it home or anything like that. So I just, went to my apartment. I didn't even unpack my things. I just, laid in the bed, went to sleep.
Have you? How long did it take you to get over the shot? And I guess have you gone back and looked at the tape?
It took, it was down a couple of days. You seeing, especially when you watch basketball still going on. And you're like, man, we were there. And we got to see. I watched the game over the San Diego State Temple game. Like, it's close games like that could have been us. But after a while, man, you see other stuff going on in March. And the way I look at it, I could have been a guy from Pittsburgh. So, so overall, it was okay.
A lot of people say it's going to be your team next year. You have to be the leader. You have to provide leadership here in the off season. How willing are you to accept that role?
I'm going to do everything possible for us to be able to win. People say it's going to be my team. It's never one person's team. I've been here with a lot of other guys that work just as hard as me. Might not have played as much, but they work just as hard as me. And we got these freshmen coming in. They're going to come in, and I want to get on them, and I'm sure they're going to come out and help us also.
What have you learned from Taylor this year that you can bring next year?
Definitely his work ethic, and his leadership on the court. Somebody leads by example and on and off the court, and his vocal leadership. Like you said, we're going to huddles and timeouts. He's always the guy to say something, especially even when things are going good and things going bad.
Have you guys talked at all, Taylor? Have you told him anything about what it means to kind of lead a team as a point guard?
No, we haven't talked. But I think this year, he's done a great job. And leading into this year, we just been grooming him. And in the latter half of the season, you see how well he really played and did everything it takes, to be a great player. And before I leave, we'll sit down and talk. But right now, we're still in a relaxation period. I don't want to call Tim and bother him. The season just ended, so everyone's just kind of relaxing, trying to get away from basketball. I tried, but I was right back in here shooting today, so it's hard. But it's in that period where you just kind of want to let things calm down, not really bother people. We've been with each other every day for the past six months. I don't want to see Tim for a couple of days, as long as you're with the rest of the guys. So it's just that's the situation. But before I head out of here, I'll sit down with a bunch of guys who return and just tell them my thoughts and try to give them a little input on what they can do to better themselves on the court.
Do you think the relationship is similar to maybe Jamel and you 2 years ago when he was leaving and passing down the torch to you? Can you maybe take what you learned from that and do it to Tim?
Yeah, it's similar. It's similar. You know, it's different. You know, as far as leadership roles, is Jamel's a great leader. But we were different positions. And me and Tim being the same position. It's a little more easy. To talk to what I've gone through. And one of the things I will say and tell him is, it will get harder next year. The better you get, the harder it gets. Then when you lose so much, you're the focal point. A lot of guys key in. So those are simple things I'm sure he knows. And, as long as you work hard, you'll be able to overcome all that stuff. So, it's similar, but, a little different in his own.
Tim, last year, even after Bill and Chris left, you knew the guys coming back would have pretty similar roles to the year before. What's it going to be like, this coming fall when you've got so many different guys in new roles and so many new faces?
Like I said, it won't be as easy, but, just like you said, it's going to be tough. But I think we got a bunch of guys that are going to work hard. I know they're going to work hard and, be fighting for positions, and everybody wants the same goal in the end is to win. So everybody's going to buy in and do the best we can.
So you said this is kind of your relaxation. You're kind of trying to forget about basketball right now or kind of unwind. But how much have you thought about that game, especially the last 16 seconds?
If you ask anyone, I'm probably the one that least thinks about it. It was heartbreaking. First thing I told Tim is, he was really down. I said, I was smiling. And, I was just, obviously you're disappointed by the shot. But when you sit and reflect on all the things we accomplished through the year, that's far greater than losing, than, a guy hitting a shot that kind of, crushes us for a few moments. But once you get past that, I actually just rewatched the game the other day. Just to see us out there is just a great feeling. But that shot is just, when the one shining moment come on, we'll get to see it again probably. So, it's just one of those things where, it stunk at the time. But as time passes, you just look at the bigger things, what we did to get there, what we overcame, and you're really appreciative of all that you've accomplished. So, I'm really not down at all about that shot, and I've moved on fairly fast.
Skip, how about you? You were pretty upset by the shot at first.
Yeah, definitely, you go and things go to your head. It was like, I should have did this, I could have did this, maybe if I would have, pressured up more, if I would have fouled him, if I would have leaned back more, you think about all those things run through your mind, but then overall, like I said, I watched the game. I think it was I watched it. It was either last night or the night before. Coming on late, I was up watching it, and like you said, man, you just see yourself like you were a team of 68 teams, and now they're getting replayed on CBS, and you get to hear the announcers and Reggie Miller saying all these things about you. So it's just an amazing feeling, and all it just fuels you up, fuels myself up for next year. In the 2 years that I have left, and just to get back there and do more damage.
Taylor, do you have a different appreciation for your shot? Haven't seen it again?
I still haven't seen that shot. I was watching it, and then with 4 minutes left, we had a meeting, so I couldn't see the end. I saw the shot on highlights, but watching the game, it was probably a better view of it. The only cool thing about that shot is, I get to say I made my last shot in the Penn State uniform. It tied the game, but unfortunately, we didn't win. But that's probably the only positive. It just made the last shot. We gave ourselves a chance, to win. And they just hit a big shot. But I don't really know much. All I know it was far, and like I said, I just remember Reggie Miller going pretty crazy when I hit the shot. So that's a memory I won't forget.
What made you